and you are going to be blown away by our next talk. Our first lightning talk is from the Oscar-nominated director of City of God, and we're going to have lightning talks of this incredible level the entire week. This is to get new ideas, diverse voices, deep insights into your UN conversation here at the United Nations and out there in the world. And we are so lucky because our speaker is here spotlighting his recent film, The Great Green Wall, along with his own insights on the Amazon forest fires that have ripped through his native Brazil. Are you ready? Are you ready? Exactly. That's what I want to have him hear from you. Please welcome Fernando Meirelles.
Hello? Yeah, it's working. Thank you. Sorry, I'm not so exciting like the last guy. More boring, I guess. Anyway, I love trees, and I've been planting trees for the last... closer. I love trees, and I've been planting trees in Brazil for the last 15 years, like thousands of trees every year. And in this process, I learned that trees are really a very powerful machine to suck carbon from the atmosphere and bring back to the soil and to the wood, actually. So, so planting trees in a massive scale is really... I think one of the only solutions we have to postpone what's coming ahead or even to solve it. I just read a study published in the Journal of Science in June from Zurich University that says that he mapped the space we have on the planet where there's no crop and where trees could be planted. It's like dozens of billion trees. And the calculation is that if we did plant these trees, we could reduce the amount of carbon to what we had in the 50s. We really could reverse this crisis that we're in. So, I mean, that's, I don't know why, I mean, the leaders that are right next door don't act in this direction. Anyway, but I'm really confident of this idea. I directed the opening of the Olympics in Rio in 2015. And the main message was, I mean, we had a session on climate change, and the solution we presented was exactly planting trees. So I'm really involved with this, and by doing this opening of the Olympics, I got to know a project in Africa called the Great Green Wall, which is the most exciting project in the planet from my point of view. It's a project that the African Union is planting trees from Senegal in the Atlantic to the Indian coast, to Ethiopia, in the other side of North Africa. It's a forest, 80,000 kilometers of forest in the south of Sahara. The idea is to hold the Sahara in the Sahel. So it's a big chunk of forest that will cross Africa. Actually, it's not a line because it's more like a mosaic of forests that will cross the whole Africa. And besides holding the desert, the idea is to restore soil. And once you restore soil, you create economic possibility, you create jobs, and you deal with migration, and you reduce conflicts in the area. I mean, it's really beautiful. The project, the whole thing is really fantastic. It's happening now since 2007. There's only 15% of the forest planted. But it keeps going, I mean. But it's going in a pace that really should be, we should speed up the pace. So 2 years ago, I was invited by Alex from UN, who's seated here, who's promoting the idea of the Great Green Wall. And he decided to create a film, a feature film on the Great Green Wall. And I joined the project as a producer. We called a brilliant director, Jared Scott, and the film was made. It's a very interesting film because it talks about the Great Green Wall, but also it's a musical tour. So we see the musical scene in North Africa. And we're here. We presented the film in the Youth Climate Summit 2 days ago. Yesterday we had the launch of the film. And now I would like to show you our trailer. And probably and hopefully the film will be in Netflix in a few months. Take a look at the trailer. Thank you.
Sure.
I was just gonna say that talking about solutions, I think this is one of the best solutions for climate change and for other things that we have.
Well, it's funny, we're always talking about technology, right? And there's high-tech solutions, but there's also no-tech solutions and low-tech solutions.
That anybody, anywhere can do it. I mean, it's just a seed. It costs nothing.
Yeah, it literally costs nothing and could be everything.
Maybe that's because it doesn't, I mean, we're not really engaged because it costs nothing. Nobody really makes profits, right?
Interesting. I don't know, Fernando.
I don't know. But I mean, now I'm really promoting the idea of planting. It really helps.
Absolutely. But I have to point out, too, that you mentioned the Youth Climate Summit, and we're always talking about the next generation having all the best ideas, but they said exactly the same thing. There was a call to action on Saturday from one of the young people saying, I want 1,000 trees for every baby born, right? Makes sense. And I think you're saying exactly the same thing. So this spectrum of solutions that we're hearing from all the generations actually are completely entwined, which is wonderful. Where is Alex?
Alex, here.
Get up here.
Good. That's the right guy to talk. He knows much more than me.
Everybody wants to get off the stage. I never understand this. It's fun up here. I just wanted to give you a little bit of a shout out because this is exactly the kind of initiative that we want people to take. So why did that feel like the right thing to do in the moment that you did it? And what gave you the courage?
Well, I think I came across the Great Green Wall maybe 3 years ago, and I was kind of blown away by the vision, the fact that there was this emerging, what I call a new wonder of the world, spanning the width from Senegal in the west of Africa all the way to Djibouti in the east. And I was kind of amazed that nobody knew about the project.
It is amazing, right?
Yeah.
And so you got on the case.
So I got on the case, and we just kind of we actually made a virtual reality film which we showcased at the Climate Summit in Paris. And Fernando saw that film, and together we kind of came up with the idea of this documentary. And music felt like the right vector to do it through.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us again who you are, for everybody who didn't know.
Yes, I'm Alex from the UNCCD.
You have no last name. You're like Prince.
Yeah. I'm Alex Arzon, from the United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification. One of those horrible acronyms that just goes on forever and ever.
But even with horrible acronyms, transformative action can happen. So please, let's have a hand for Alex and for Fernando again. Thank you so much. You take the mic. I'm going to be doing that kind of thing all week. It could happen to any of you. Be ready. And with that, we are actually going to go into the building for the live stream at 9:30. So take a quick break. In that break time, don't just hang around. Please go do your SDG wings. Please post with the hashtag SDG Action Zone and a hashtag 4People4Planet. And then we will see you back here at 9:30 to get into some of those high-level meetings. Thank you, thank you.